I'm Wallace.
And I'm Gromit.
And this is the Sister Cast. So, we recently got our shower redid a little bit. What happened was, I was cleaning the shower head because it had, hard water deposits on it, and it made it hard for the water to come out. And when I took off the bag of vinegar that was dissolving it off the shower head, the whole shower head just fell off the wall because the hard water deposits eroded away the pipe it was at. So we no longer had a shower in our bathroom. And so we bought a new shower head and everything, but the problem is our shower head was on the ceiling. So the new shower head we bought is not one that you put on the ceiling. It's like for the side of the wall. What we did is we got one of the shower heads that you can bring down, and we used one of those like suction cup shower head holders and brought the hose down from the ceiling to do that, and then I hooked the rest of the cord around a separate shower head suction cup holder thing, and the shower head is now on the wall. We had a few problems with this because we have like a bench on the side of the wall, so when we had the shower head on the other side facing the bench, it would flood the side out of the shower, because it's not a bathtub shower, it's just straight shower. And I moved it to the other side now, and so we're getting used to that, and it faces the drain so it doesn't flood. But Jayne has a story about her using the shower for the first time. I had to learn how to get all this together, by the way. It was me. Because I used to be the only one who showered in there, and probably will be still the only person who showers in there. She tried. Go ahead, Jayne. Tell us the story. She tried, and I told her to tell it on this podcast.
Okay, so here's what happened was, so I was all like, I'm gonna be the bigger person than, myself 2 days ago, and I'm gonna shower in the new shower, right? And so I get in there, and it was, I don't know, I just don't like it. It's like too small, and the lighting is horrible. Not that you really need to see much, but it's like dark, and like the curtain is like or maybe it's the curtain rod that's up slightly too high, because there's like an inch or so of space.
Yeah, Dad put it up. He's taller than both of us.
Right. Yeah. And there's like an inch of space, so like the water will like bounce off and ricochet, and it'll like,
that's true,
go onto the floor. And then, because I don't know if it's because it's too short, but like the fan is on, right? The fan is going in the bathroom, and so it'll blow the curtain, and like the plastic part sticks to you as you're standing there. Did you not have that issue?
No.
Because I did, and it was very annoying.
Oh. I also have a question, because what we have to do because of that bench, the water will still collect on the bench.
Yeah.
So what I do is I put the plastic liner and then like suction it to the side. But yeah, you do kind of shower in a corner. I'm so sorry.
There's more.
Oh, there's more.
Okay, so I was like, okay, I had that experience, and then I left the bathroom, and I went into my room, and I step in a puddle, and I'm all like,
oh,
this is where first I thought it was like a cat.
Oh.
Like went on the floor, and I was all like, oh no, this is but then I like walked around to the other side, and there was more water like all along the side of my bed, and I'm all like, a cat cannot hold that much water inside of it. And I was like, okay, this is weird. I opened my closet, and there's water inside of my closet too, and I'm all like, okay, this is an issue. So I went and I told Mom, and I was like, Mom, there's water all over the floor in my room. And I'm just glad it was tile, though.
Oh, yeah.
Carpet.
We got tile.
Mm-hmm. And so we go in there, and it's like, and we decided it's like coming from like the wall that's like right next to the bathroom that's like behind my bed.
Yeah.
And not because of the shower itself and like the draining or whatever, but because, I guess, because the water was collecting because the drain was backed up or whatever.
Was backed up.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
so this was a while ago.
It was Tuesday.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, because we installed the shower on Monday.
Or
We couldn't
Wednesday.
shower until Tuesday.
Might have been Wednesday then.
Because I showered on Tuesday. And that's when I mentioned that the shower was backing up. But because I told Mom that my shower experience was also not great because the hose was hitting me while I was trying to shower in the flooding and the waterfall down the side of the bench. Anyway, we were still trying to figure it out. So the water leaked because it got backed up. Dad plunged the drain. It doesn't back up anymore.
That's good.
Yes.
I mean, nothing like porous got wet, which is lucky. It was just
Yeah.
like some of the stuff in my closet, which was in like bags. And it wasn't even a whole lot of it anyway. And then like the stuff under my bed is in like plastic bins. So like nothing was damaged. I was just like annoyed that I couldn't go to bed right afterwards. We had to clean up the mess.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But yeah.
So, sad, but it's better now. If you want to give it a second chance.
We'll see.
Not sure about it. Yeah, so we've been adapting to our shower experience, which is totally not the topic of this episode. The topic of this episode is... Drum roll. There you go.
Nailed it.
It is music. Musicus.
Yay.
If you do not notice, which chances are likely that you do, because I'm pretty sure if anybody does watch this, it's me, myself, and Brother Beckstrom. Shout out! And maybe my mother, if she feels like. So not even her. She's not a big podcast person. Our mother is not a big podcast person. So, you know that music is a big part of who we are and had shaped us as human beings. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. So, the first topic, I'm going to switch over to my document real quick. The very first memory of music meaning something to you, like you thought, hey, music is this beautiful, amazing thing. I have always been a very dramatic child, and I would just like to say that the very first memory of me just feeling the emotion, feeling the emotion from a song, because I'll get into something else in a little bit, but the very first song, I was listening to Haunted by Evanescence, and it was at our old house, and it was playing in our 3-disc CD disc changer stereo system my mom had, and I was like really feeling it. I was like, yes, I'm gonna come back as a very goth ghost and haunt people, and it's gonna be amazing. Yes. That was when I really felt it, and that song is not my favorite Evanescence song now, but at the time it went really hard. It slapped, as people say. I sound like an old person when I say that. I think of, whenever I say it slapped, I think of people slapping the bass guitar, like when you slap the bass.
So relatable.
But my first true love in music, and this goes back to when I was like 3, was Elvis Presley. It was my first true love. The Blue Suede Shoes song. I had these dress-up shoes, dress-up high heels. They're plastic, black little heels, and they had a blue strap across them, and it was like shiny. And I called them my blue suede shoes, and we would have to play that song while I was wearing them. And the blue suede shoes, because it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, now go cat go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Janie, can you remember the first time music really just hit you in the feels? You thought, this is amazing.
I think I do. Okay, so I think it was the summer after first grade. I got really into Taylor Swift, and I would listen to my mom's CD. She had her self-titled debut album on CD, and I would listen to it just like all day on repeat. And I remember, I think it was Cold as You, probably, or Tied Together with a Smile. And I was like, this is
So deep.
so deep.
It's everything.
And I still like those songs, but it's like, I don't know, that was just like, when I was like, this is,
Yeah.
especially Cold as You, I was like listening to it one time and I was like, this is so, yeah, I guess deep. But yeah.
I actually really like that song. At the time, I was not. I was a Taylor Swift hater, which is funny because I made a complete 180 in my teenage years. However, at the time, I told Janie that because technically it was like a country album. And I told Janie, that's not real country. She's a pop artist. And the argument was, well, the Teardrops on My Guitar has a pop version, which is completely different from the original version. So how can she already be pop music? And I would not hear it. I just was already 100% snobbing on Taylor Swift at the age of... How you were in first grade?
I was like six or seven, I guess.
So like 8. Because I remember it being at our Louisiana house.
Yeah.
So I was 8 and snobbing on Taylor Swift. It's such a horrible human being I was. No,
yeah.
a whole human being.
Because you were over there and you're all like, Carrie Underwood
She outed me.
is country,
She outed
not
me.
Taylor Swift.
She outed me. People could beg to differ nowadays, but they'd say something like, Randy Travis is country. Or is that honky tonk? I don't know anything about country music, but when I was 8, I thought I did. So...
Yes.
So, yeah. Music, I was really into Elvis. For my 7th birthday party, we galloped to Viva Las Vegas. Because it was a horse birthday party. Let me be clear about that. Yeah. It was a good time. Yeah, I have a lot of memories about music and how much my music taste has evolved and shaped me. And, you know, Elvis Presley is a really good definition of how it all began, considering he was the king of rock and roll. And so, I like a lot of rock music. The genre is split into many subgenres and cultures, and I've dabbled in a lot of different rock things, but we'll lead into that later. But now I wanted to talk about our top 5 favorite albums. I actually made a Facebook post like a year ago about my top 5 favorite albums. I remember them. And I remember my Uncle Mike. I know he was one of the first followers of our Facebook page, so shout out to Uncle Mike. My phone's going off. So yeah, what I was saying, my Uncle Mike, he actually commented, because he knew all the albums on my top 5 favorite albums, and he hadn't heard, I think it was number 4 on the list, of that band, and he listened to them and he said it was amazing. And yeah, I wouldn't have put it on there, Mike, if it wasn't. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, but I know Mike and I have differing music taste, so there were probably some he didn't agree on. But that album that we agreed on, which was number 4, was Selfish Machines by Pierce the Veil, which I believe when I was in early morning seminary, which wasn't too early, it was like 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember. But it was early morning seminary, which means I went to church in the morning and we had like a class about scriptures. And then before class, while we waited for everybody to be inevitably late, because I was always on time. Anyway, I think we mentioned Pierce the Veil, And I remember one of my teachers, Brother Pollock, looked them up on Spotify and started listing the like top 5 songs that were being listened to the most. And I think what was mentioned was Bulls in the Bronx was the number 1 that day. And I was like, oh yeah. Unfortunately for me, that is not on the Selfish Machines album. So I had heard of it. I do like that song. However, Collide with the Sky is a more popular Pierce the Veil album, and but mine is Selfish Machines is my favorite. Like, I will listen to that album start to finish, from Besitos to The Sky Under the Sea. It has to go that way. It's really good. Not for everybody. My mother, in fact, not a fan, and that's okay. It's okay to not be a fan, but I am. I have a poster of them right there. Pierce the Veil. So that was my number 4. My number 1 favorite album was 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge by My Chemical Romance. Again, album from start to finish, from Helena to I Never Told You What I Do for a Living. I listened to it all the way. It's a very angry album. Those of you who do know me as a nice person, hopefully. Hopefully. And it's because I listen to angry music that I can be a nice person. You gotta have an outlet. If any of you watched our previous episode, where I talk about my days as a pizza delivery driver, you'll see that I was not very happy. And it made some people concerned about my temper. Just know that that album was keeping me going. It was the outlet. It could have been worse. Nowadays, I can look back and be really angry, but it's over now, so I don't have to worry about that. Number 2 was The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance, because it is a theatrical musical rock opera genius. Okay, from The End to Famous Last Words / Blood. Oh my gosh, it takes you for a ride. It is amazing. It tells a story about a cancer patient, which can be triggering, I guess, to some people, which is sad. But the album is beautiful and beautifully crafted. The music I listen to, I feel like I can feel that the artist has put their heart and their soul into that album, and they really did. And it's not really healthy for them to do that, but you can tell from listening from the first track, which is called The End, all the way down to Famous Last Words / Blood, because it's a bonus track, that they put everything, their heart and their soul, and they put everything in that album. Everything.
Peeking. I'm writing it down so I don't forget.
Writing it down. And yeah, my number 3 was American Idiot by Green Day, because I'm a sucker for rock operas, and American Idiot again tells a story about the Jesus of Suburbia and his friend Saint Jimmy, and what's her name? His girlfriend, who he can't remember. So from the first track, American Idiot, which is, has heavily political undertones, to What's Her Name, which is a beautiful, beautiful song. One of my favorite songs. It's a really amazing album. They also put everything into that album, and I really like that album a lot. A lot of people will be like, okay, you have The Black Parade, and you have American Idiot on your top 5, and they might discredit me, but there's a reason why they're popular, okay? It's because they're really good. My number 4 was Selfish Machines, was already talked about, but my number 5 was is Seal the Deal and Let's Boogie by Volbeat. Also, an album that tells a story. It's dark. It's about some voodoo stuff. It's about overcoming the evil, though, or trying to. They don't necessarily win in the end, but from the very first track, which is which is The Devil's Bleeding Crown, which is about defeating the devil. Okay, don't come at me. And to the last track, The Lowest Crossroad, which you know Princess and the Frog, the Shadow Man. Loa. Okay. Anyway,
The one with the bagpipes.
yeah, it has the bagpipe solo in it. The Lowest Crossroad is one of my favorite songs, but it does have a bagpipe solo. That is not why it's my favorite, okay? But it is a good song. It's a really good album. It's awesome. It's amazing. That's what, of course, all the albums are my favorite. My Uncle Mike, however, is not a fan of Green Day, which I understand. They are not for everybody, and that's okay. But we both love My Chemical Romance and that Pierce the Veil album, so let's go, you know? And I think he likes Volbeat, too. If you're watching, Mike, shout out to you, okay? Sorry you don't like Green Day, I guess. That's okay. My best friend, when I tell her I like Green Day, she tells me my dad hates Green Day. Similarly to how I hate Blink-182. I'm sure they're great people. And people are like, well, you love Green Day, but you hate Blink-182. Yeah. You like Falling in Reverse, but you hate Blink-182. Shut up. Shut up. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Janie. Talk about your top 5.
Okay. Well, I have 5. I don't know if this is like the order that I love them in, but okay. So the first one that came to mind was The Open Door by Evanescence.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes, you can.
The album art.
Yes.
I am a sucker for album art. And album art on The Open Door is just so good. Go ahead.
Sorry, you're good. But just like that album, I can listen to every song and I don't even.
From Sweet Sacrifice to Good Enough.
Yeah. It's just so good. Inspired a lot of twisted short stories I wrote for my creative writing class, which was a lot of fun. Then I have A Lesson in Romantics by Mayday Parade, because I love Mayday Parade so much.
Is that the one with the umbrella?
Well, a few of them have the umbrellas.
Oh, you're right.
It's the red and orange one. Let me see if I have it.
With Jamie all over in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Miserable at Best.
I mean, miserable at best.
I Hate to Be You when you find out what the song is about. When I Get Home, You're So Dead.
Oh,
so good! But yeah. And then I have 1X by 3 Days Grace.
Yeah? I have that album.
That's another one I can listen to the whole thing and I don't get tired of it.
I don't know
so
what
good,
the first...
and I love his voice.
Yeah, I don't know what the first track is. I know the last track is 1X.
Yeah, I don't know the order of the songs, but
Yeah.
And then I have We Stitch These Wounds by Black Veil Brides.
Oh my gosh.
It reminds me of school, which isn't...
From the first track, which is...
I also don't know the order of that one.
You don't know the order. I think the last track is We Stitch These Wounds, right? Probably. I'm going to Google it right now. Keep talking.
Well, I like Black Veil Brides, and I like that album. It has a lot of really good songs on it, and it reminds me of school, which doesn't sound like a good thing, but... It's like nostalgic, kind of.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't that long ago. But, yeah. I just remember, like, driving to Perfect Weapon, I'm just like, this is so good.
Which, Perfect Weapon has been mentioned how many times on this podcast? At least twice.
I love it. It's probably one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Ever.
I like Restitch These Wounds a lot.
Yeah, well.
Which is the same album, but re-recorded.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then the last one I have on here is Graveyard Shift by Motionless in White.
That's with the scary alien guy, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know if he's an alien. He has, like, a lot of eyeliner.
Yeah, something.
But, yeah, I'm obsessed with Motionless in White. Maybe
I'll overlay some of the album art.
Oh, that would be
So I'm a sucker for album art. Anything music. Anything with a concept.
You should definitely do that. But yeah, I like Graveyard Shift. A lot of the songs on there, like Queen for Queen, Hourglass, Voices, Eternally Yours. I'm obsessed with Motionless in White right now. But, yeah, I think those would be the 5.
Yeah. So, look those up. If you feel worried for our sanity, just know that we are sane because of this music. Outlets, you know. So, artists/bands that shaped you. I've already kind of talked about artists that have shaped me as a human being. Of course, during my high school years, when I was in middle school, I was really into No Doubt with Gwen Stefani, you know. You guys know. You know. No Doubt was a big one for me. My favorite No Doubt album is Return of Saturn. I really like that album a lot. It doesn't have a story to it, really, but I really like it. I think it crosses over into the indie-ish genre, but I don't really know much about that. I can't get into genres because I don't really know what they are. So, and Evanescence was a big one. I've always really liked their first album, Fallen. That was really good. The first CDs I bought myself were Green Day's 21st Century Breakdown and Evanescence's The Open Door. Yeah.
Good.
I love a lot of music. I almost feel like my top 5 favorite albums is just not big enough because there's just so much music that I love. So those bands were during my like 8th grade, middle school thing. My favorite song off of Return of Saturn by No Doubt is Too Late, track 9, if you were wondering. I like a lot of the metaphors that she throws in there. It's a really pretty song. Evanescence, I've always loved Imaginary because of the imagery in it. In my field of paper flowers and candy clouds of lullaby, I lay inside myself for hours and watch my purple sky fly over me, has always been something, a lyric that I've loved. It was beautiful imagery. And then it was Volbeat, which I've mentioned. Seal a Deal and Let's Boogie is one of my favorite albums, which my favorite song off that album is the bagpipe solo song, The Loa's Crossroad, because it leads up, it ties the whole story together, is what it does, and I really like that. And then there was Green Day. When I was a freshman in high school, it was all about, my Volbeat. So at school, all the music sites were blocked. But there was time for me especially to just sit at my desk and listen to music while I was working, and it was constantly Volbeat. And there was a time where the teacher was talking and I was being a bad student and not listening to her. I was listening to Volbeat. And my headphones weren't plugged into my computer and I couldn't understand why I couldn't hear the music. So I cranked it up all the way and it was blasting Radio Girl by Volbeat into the classroom for a second. And so it was just like, oh, radio! And then I died of embarrassment because... And the whole class was like giggling because they were like, huh. I don't know. It wasn't funny. It was just, but I wanted to die of embarrassment. I mean, it's a great song, Radio Girl. It gets a little heavy for me at parts, but because Volbeat is like a Danish heavy metal-ish. Let me explain this to you. Volbeat, I want you to imagine Elvis Presley. See that coming back? Elvis Presley, Metallica, Johnny Cash, Child, Volbeat, okay? That's what that would be. It's very interesting. They have a lot of rockabilly songs. They have some heavy stuff, like Metallica. I guess, I don't know. Metallica people will come for me. Metallica people are mean. I don't know anything about Metallica. Don't come at me. I'm rambling a lot. So Volbeat all the way. That's all I listened to. Sophomore year, it was Green Day all the way. I started with 21st Century Breakdown was actually the album that I loved first from Green Day. Then I got into a lot of their other songs. Revolution Radio, which was from 2016, their album. They have music spanning from 1993 to this day. They have a lot of music. And I was really into Green Day for a long time. I still like them. I've listened to them so much, over and over and over again. So, and I did see Green Day in concert for my very first concert. We saw Weezer, Fall Out Boy, and Green Day. And it was awesome. When, in my junior year, I got really into My Chemical Romance, and it helped me a lot go through a hard period of time in my life, and it was my outlet for those sort of things, for sadness and some rage, a lot of angst in my junior year, and frustration with myself. And those albums helped me. They were an outlet for me, and I really appreciate their music a lot. In my senior year, it was Pierce the Veil a lot. I love Pierce the Veil. I cannot express how much Pierce the Veil, I love them. I saw them in concert in Lubbock, Texas, which the venue sucked, but they were great. Yeah, and now, lately, bands I've been listening to, Black Veil Brides. Thanks to Jayne and Rebecca, because funny story, I didn't like Black Veil Brides, as what I thought. And then Rebecca said, well, I'm taking you to their concert in August with Jayne. And I thought, and she said, you need to listen to their music. And I did, and now I'm here. And I can't just like anything. I get obsessed. It becomes my whole life. Another wild strand, I'm talking a lot, was Miranda Lambert, country music. You're seeing a trend here? Miranda Lambert, yes, her. She came out with a new album the other day, Friday. Yeah. So, I've had all this music. Yeah, I've been listening to Miranda Lambert's new album song called No Man's Land. And that's what I've been listening to a lot lately, and that's a lot of music that shaped me throughout my whole life. Especially, no doubt, was where it all started. So, it was my obsession. It didn't quite go as far as my Green Day experience, which was an explosion. When I loved My Chemical Romance, I got, magazines that only talk about them, everything about them. I have an unofficial book about them. It got pictures of them in there. I have a book full of lyrics, but this fell off. But I made this collage. This is My Chemical Romance on Yo Gabba Gabba. They're super wholesome. I got Billy Joe Armstrong, some Green Day, Gerard, Billy Joe, Gerard, all that. I'll show you that a little bit later. But Jayne, what are some artists, bands that shaped you in your life?
Okay. So I remember when I was in kindergarten, and probably times leading up to that, our mom would play Christina Perri's album Love Strong in the car, all the time. And to this day, I still know, most of the lyrics to all the songs because of that. In fact, when I was in kindergarten, I used to chase a boy around on the playground singing one of her songs. I don't know if it's called, Bang Bang.
Yeah.
But
bang, bang, bang. I think it's 3 bangs.
Yeah. Well, that's what she says in the chorus, but yeah. And I would sing it, and then my teacher would stand there and laugh at me. Yeah. But then I discovered Taylor Swift, and she was my entire life.
Yeah, 3 bangs.
Until, that one.
Go ahead.
And until probably 3rd grade, when my teacher was all I don't like Taylor Swift, and so I was all oh, yeah, me neither. And then 1989 came out, and I was all now she's popular. I used to be the only one who knew about her, which isn't true, but, you know, I felt
Yeah.
that way. And I was all like, I don't like her. And that lasted until probably my freshman year of high school when I I had a crush on this guy, and I woke up one morning and I had this song stuck in my head. It was Hey Steven by Taylor Swift. And I was like, I should listen to that song again. And I listened to the whole Fearless album.
Oh,
and
I
I listened to
remember.
all her music, and that was my reconversion. But yeah, when I was first obsessed with her music, I would listen to Fearless. I think was like the one that I like loved the most.
Yeah.
And her first album, Taylor Swift. But like more upon my reconversion, I think my favorite is Red. It's
Yeah. It's like she put her whole heart out there.
Yeah.
In that album.
and I appreciate that sort of emotional catharsis sort of thing.
Yeah.
When like I feel like music should be sort of a release.
Yeah, an explosion.
Yeah. And so
It should leave you going,
yeah.
like, prequel. No, I forgot to mention, when I was, like 6, I was really into 6, 7, I was really into Miranda Cosgrove with my cousin Alexis, and we knew all the words to all of her songs, and I was like, it's Carly from iCarly, you know, and it was a different time, and I have both of her albums, Sparks Fly and High Maintenance. Do I listen to them? Not necessarily anymore, no, but it was an era of my life. I forgot to mention my Taylor Swift thing. Yeah, I only ever hated her when I was like 8. I didn't really know anything. But it mostly started when the Eras Tour movie came out. I was just like, okay, I'm along for the ride. That's how it always goes with me, okay?
Yeah.
I don't really care until I care. And
when she does care, she cares.
Care a lot. And that when I saw her perform live and I saw, you know, her, I was like, oh, let me get some of that in my Spotify. I have a Taylor Swift playlist. I'm gonna tell you how long it is, how many hours long it is, okay? And it's funny, okay? It's funny how this happened to me, because despite my best efforts, I'm pretty sure when my Spotify Wrapped comes, my number 1 artist is still gonna be Taylor Swift. Number 2, it'll be like Black Veil Brides, but 5 hours and 29 minutes. Tay Swifty. That's what I called it. And there's like a little guy with a unicorn. It says Metalheads. Because that's my Taylor Swift streak, my Swiftie streak. So what other artists were you saying shaped you?
Yeah, so in 9th grade, before the Taylor Swift thing reignited, I got into The Calling, and both of their albums, but mostly Camino Palmero, and then Lifehouse was another one.
Yeah.
Because I knew the song You and Me, and then the one from Shrek, You Belong to Me, by just the artist from Lifehouse. Jason Wade. But yeah, I Lifehouse also has a lot of really good music. I'm still obsessed with them.
Yeah. It's like easy. It's nice. It's nice. It's just
not nearly as heavy as the stuff I listen to nowadays.
We would consider it, I guess, easy listening, I guess.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they have a lot of really good stuff. I also, that same year, I also discovered the All American Rejects, and really into Move Along, their album from 2005. Then I also liked their debut album called The All American Rejects. Swing Swing. Oh, Time Stands Still. That was the one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then it was this past year when I got really into Evanescence and Avril Lavigne. Because you were into Evanescence, but I wasn't. until
Yeah, for a long time.
until
She was mean to me about it.
well. Okay, well, I'm
Thought
not
I'd
denying
just put
it.
that out there.
I'm not denying it. So, Avril Lavigne, yes, she has a lot of fun music. I like her music too. I even bleached my hair in May because I wanted to be blonde like Avril Lavigne.
She did.
And
we'll post a picture.
No, it was not what it was supposed to be. And I was like, you know what? Forget this. We're going back to dark colors because I can't. Yes, Avril Lavigne. Really into her music. I really liked Under My Skin.
I don't know much about Avril Lavigne.
It's her second album. I think that one's my favorite.
Okay.
And some songs from Goodbye Lullaby, like Smile, and there are other ones, but I can't remember.
I was actually listening to Complicated on YouTube. It was like the audio for it. Mm-hmm. And I was reading the comments, and somebody said, I just ordered a pizza using the first, like, 30 seconds where she's like, life's like this. And I was like, what? You want pizza on it? Life's like this. What?
You want pizza on? Yes, I would like pizza on my pizza.
I would like pizza on my pizza.
Yeah. When you order pizza, you actually just order the box. And they're all like, okay, do you want something in the box?
No, thank you.
Just the box.
I would like some pizza scented air. Yeah, just like waft the oven fumes into the box, seal it shut, and ship it to me at my P.O. Box, 121212, West Antarctica Lane, in Antarctica, the world.
My Happy Ending, that's another song.
Yeah.
I was really obsessed with.
My Happy Ending,
so
that is not it.
For My Happy Ending. But yeah.
I was singing The Joke by Lifehouse. Ish. Yeah.
But yeah.
There's also Matchbox 20.
I almost forgot. Yeah, that was near the end of my freshman year of high school. I was like, because I had heard that when Lifehouse was first, like after like their first album, they opened for Matchbox 20. I was like, maybe Matchbox 20 is like Lifehouse. And they're not really that similar, but I was all like, let me listen to it. And I listened to Unwell, and I was all like, this is great. The banjo, oh.
Yes.
Let's go.
We love obscure instruments.
Yes.
Misery by Green Day with the accordion and the Farfisa, which is just a brand of keyboard. And what is there No, there's not a harmonica in Misery. There's an accordion and a mandolin. But we love obscure instruments. The banjo, the bagpipe solo in that full beat song. We love the obscure instruments, okay?
But yeah.
Banjo, mandolin, harmonica. Weezer be doing the harmonica too. And the voice box thing.
Yeah. I was just about to say, and Weezer, but you just said it.
Yeah, I just the voice, and she forgot Weezer too. Talk about Weezer.
Weezer was my life for like 2020. That year, Weezer was my everything. Okay, Weezer was. Okay, like. Yeah.
We loved the Wheeze.
Weezer, I was super into because we were going to go see them in concert with Green Day and Fall Out Boy. I was like, I should get into Weezer. So I really liked their album, Everything Will Be Alright in the End.
Yeah, with the monster.
Yeah. Then for a time I was really into the Red album. The
Red album's pretty good. Miss Sweeney.
Pacific Daydream. That one, yeah, I listen to those songs and I'm all like, it reminds me of driving to school in the mornings.
Yeah, Pacific Daydream was during my Chemical Romance era.
Yeah.
I remember because Mexican Fender. Oh my gosh. I love. But yeah, the Mexican Fender song. I'm sorry, Weezer. The lyrics for Weezer are just so real. Okay?
So real.
Like real. You know, we've been deep. We've been going. Paper Flowers and Purple Skies, Candy Clouds of Lullaby. But what about if you want to destroy my sweater, pull this thread as I walk away. Okay. That's a walk away, yeah. The Mexican Fender song, so good. Like, what do you do with your hands when you're singing? Do you just hold on to the mic? The trash overflowed out on the street. All this real stuff. So, let's see what the next thing is. Songs that are currently played on repeat. So, we kind of talked about this. My song's currently on repeat. You know the AI DJ on Spotify? Let's see what he's going to say. I'm going to tap mine, and hopefully he doesn't out me, because if he does, that's embarrassing. But I guess, my friend Rebecca showed me the DJ on Spotify. Let's see what he says.
Hey, what's up? Your DJ X is here. Glad to be with you. I'm going to get it going with some music that's all you. Miranda Lambert up first.
Let's play it in the song. So, he did kind of out me, but that is a song I've been listening to a lot lately. When Rebecca took us to see Black Veil Brides, we saw Falling in Reverse. They were the headliner, Falling in Reverse. So, I got my Falling in Reverse playlist from that, what's it called? Concert. So, I have a lot of music from that going on because I've been discovering them. A lot of their music. I mean, I listened to Falling in Reverse before. I was just, I listened to Escape the Fate when Ronnie Radke was in Escape the Fate. I listened to their Not Enough Truth and Cliche album, but just a couple songs, like the song Not Enough Truth and Cliche. I like the Situation song, but it's a little, I have a playlist called Latest Obsessions, and currently it has Hymn for the Weekend by Coldplay on there, No Man's Land by Miranda Lambert, which my DJ was trying to play me, The Revival by Black Veil Brides, Bad Guy, Falling in Reverse, Make Me Over by Lifehouse, and The Drug in Me is Reimagined, Falling in Reverse. Those are the ones that I've currently been listening to a lot. Janie has a replay mix because she uses YouTube Music, because she pays for YouTube Music, and I pay for Spotify.
I mean, technically, I do have a student account right now.
But yeah.
Anyway, some of my... Sorry, was it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, cool. I don't know if I was just stealing it. Okay.
She's like, it's my turn. No, go ahead.
So yeah, some of the recent ones, the top one right now is Prequel by Falling in Reverse.
Oh my gosh, that song. If you're mad, that's it. Okay?
That's the one.
Actually, if you're mad at all, just listen to Falling in Reverse. If you're angry beyond belief, which I was the other day, I was so irritated, and I was at work, and I was listening to this song, okay, and I wanted to just sit in the elevator and scream. Don't be worried about me, okay? I'm fine. But yeah, if you're angry, it's a really good outlet to be like, hey, yeah. My mom lately, her favorite line from this song we're talking about, Prequel, okay? Her favorite line from it currently is, I'm just trying to be a better human, but it's hard when everybody's acting stupid. That is her favorite line. Whenever we listen to it or we start singing it, she's like, and I'm like, okay, Mom. Sometimes he says things and you're like, yeah, glad you said it. Okay, go ahead, Janie.
Okay.
Sorry.
Some more recent obsessions. Yeah, I have a lot of Falling in Reverse on here. And I also have Landmines by Belle Saint.
Yeah, the landmines.
Yeah, it's just so fun.
You're welcome for that. Okay. You should be paying money for that voice that I just sang. Yeah. I'm going to the top.
I have Welcome to My Life, Simple Plan. I don't know if you've heard that one.
What album is that on?
The blue one.
Okay, yeah.
Do you ever feel like breaking down?
We can't play that. We'll get copyright.
Then If I'm James Dean, You're Audrey Hepburn.
By Sleeping with Sirens. Oh my gosh. I used to be really into that song. How does it go again?
That's the
Sing
one.
it. For over tonight if you want to. I would show you what my dreams are made of. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Then I got...
Sorry, I'm cheating. Go ahead.
If It Means a Lot to You by A Day to Remember.
How does that one go?
It's like one of their like lighter ones, but it's like...
Okay.
Hold on.
Is the girl sing that?
There's a part where the girl sings.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a dang minute.
Yeah. And then I have...
Sorry.
I have some songs by Ice Nine Kills, Hip to Be Scared, and The American Nightmare.
Yeah, you were talking about those last night.
Yeah. It's Complicated by A Day to Remember, also good.
My friend Rebecca likes Ice Nine Kills and all this music that Janie likes as well.
Then we have Motionless in White, obviously. Another Life, which is like one of my all-time favorite songs.
Yeah, we were gonna have Emma on this episode as well. She's a very busy person, but we used to go to her house because I think for Christmas last year they got like a karaoke machine, and you know when we go to the Manda Souza house, they're all very musically inclined, and we go there and they had a karaoke machine, and of course I'm gonna do karaoke to my sad, screamy songs. And I was like, go ahead and put Another Life by Motionless in White up on there. Yeah, I sang that song. I did. I didn't even know the lyrics, but they came up, so I sang them. and I remember Janie was like, wait, I like this song.
I don't sound like
she
that.
said that. She's like, wait a second. This is my vibe.
The fingers.
Yeah, this is my vibe. Yeah, no. She wasn't smoking. But nobody pays attention to me when I'm doing karaoke, but Janie did, and I appreciated it.
I got you, homie.
I wanted to sing a duet, I think, with Emma. I think I did, with Emma, right? Or was it... Yeah, we sang the Randy Travis and Carrie Underwood song. Well, Randy Travis song, but he sings it with Carrie Underwood. And it's like, suppose I called you up tonight and told you that I loved you. What is that song?
Told You So.
I Told You So. I told you so. Yeah, that song.
Then I also have all the motion picture collection, like reimagined Motionless in White songs, like Eternally Yours.
So like
and Masterpiece.
Stripped down with like a piano and strings.
Yeah. And
you know, Evanescence has an album like that. It's called Synthesis. And she re-sang all of them, and it's just like the orchestral pieces. And because a lot of Evanescence has huge compositions of orchestras, you know, orchestras that play, but they have a lot of really heavy guitar that can cover it up. And so she stripped all that down, and she did a whole tour. She toured with a whole dang orchestra, okay? I don't know if it was the same orchestra. It might have been different orchestras. She toured with orchestras, and she played it live, too. But Synthesis is what it's called. She synthesized the songs, but not with a synthesizer. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see. Are you done?
yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, best music video ever to be made. When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. No. When I was younger, I remember my mother was listening to You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift. And it was playing on our desktop computer, and I was watching it, and I thought, I love this so much. I'm Taylor Swift. I'm not like other girls. No, but that is how I felt at the wee age of 5. If you talked to me when I was 6, I would have told you it was the Taylor Swift music video. But now, if you ask me, I will tell you a little story, okay? Story time. Okay, I was in high school, okay? And I'm sitting there in our TV room. I'm actually laying on the couch, and I'm searching through Facebook Watch because I'm old. I have the spirit of, I don't know, older person in me, and I'm on Facebook, and I'm searching through Facebook Watch, and they're like, there's this music video that comes on, and there's this guy, and he has like beautiful hair.
Oh.
Okay, and they're like dancing, and there's like a coffin, and there's like a ballerina, an undead ballerina, and it's like a funeral, and this guy, he's just singing, and it looks like he's about to bawl his eyes out with how much feeling, and it's like, it's this song is so much emotion, it's almost emotional. It's emotional. He has the emotional hair, the emotional makeup. He's got it all. And the handprint on the window of the hearse at the end, I was all in, okay? I couldn't stop thinking about that song. You want to know what that song and music video was on Facebook Watch? Thank you, Facebook Watch. It was Helena by My Chemical Romance. Yeah, Helena. I think that is one of the most beautiful music videos ever to be made. From the emotional shots of Gerard just feeling the pain and sadness about that song, and the undead ballerina dancing down the aisle between the pews, when the congregation stands at the chorus, the handprint on the window of the hearse. That's all I'm saying, okay? It's really intense. You can watch like an hour-long video of like all the, them filming it. But Helena by My Chemical Romance, I think, is a beautiful music video. Probably the best, I would say, in my humble opinion, the best music video. Although, I really like the Voices in My Head music video by Falling in Reverse. That was really good. It was really good, actually, because they, like, there's a part of the song where it's, like, to the beat of the, anyway, it's really good.
Okay.
I want to hear this. I don't know what her favorite music video of all time is.
Yeah, I don't know if I would say any of the ones that are coming to mind are like the best ones ever made, but I know ones that I've really enjoyed.
Okay, yeah, that
So,
works.
Keep Fishing by Weezer.
Oh, with
the Muppets, like,
yeah, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
forgot about that.
Yeah,
Weezer's awesome.
Weezer's great. Then, and then the other one that came to mind was Bleeders by Black Veil Brides.
Oh yeah, the Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, cause with the Sweeney Todd stuff, yeah.
Or My
That
Friends,
video.
because, you know, he's just laying on the floor.
Yeah, well, yeah, Bleeders. So, Another Life by Motionless in White. Just like with the first part, when the first chorus comes in, and he's like dipping the girl, and then she's like gone, and I can't do it.
I haven't seen that music video. I should watch it. Oh, Lithium by Evanescence is cool too.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Because Amy Lee has all these dresses. Okay,
Yes.
I would wear all the dresses. You know that in Call Me When You're Sober, the dress. I'm not a fan of the music video at all, really. But when she's levitating over the stairs, I didn't say it was my favorite, but her dress that she's wearing when she's levitating over the stairs, want. Okay? Want one just like it. Okay? But Amy Lee designs a lot of the dresses she wears, like, makes them. She does that all herself, and that's amazing, because the Lithium dress is really awesome. The Lithium music video, again, sad, depressing music.
I remember, sorry, I'm gonna cut you off.
Go ahead.
But I remember from my humanities class last semester, I don't remember what we were talking about. Something about culture, I guess. And one of the questions on the assignment was like, what's your favorite music video? And I chose Lithium. And I'm just now remembering that. I remember I watched it while I was in the writing center, and I just had it on mute, and I was just like watching it, and I'm all like,
Yeah.
so good.
You watched it on mute too, dang.
Yes. I'd seen it before, but like,
yeah. I once had a YouTube playlist of all my favorite music videos. Let me see if I still have it. I don't know where my YouTube is. Jayne just watched me struggle because I don't know how to use my phone.
Oh,
I want to
no.
watch that.
No.
That's going to be Ronnie Radke roasting somebody. Okay. Oh, favorite music videos.
Mm.
Oh, Nana Na 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 by My Chemical Romance is really cool too. Sing. Oh my gosh, they die in it. That's so sad. I have Lithium by my Sunday Morning, no doubt, is funny. American Idiot is funny when he's dancing. High as a Kite by Weezer as Mr. Rogers kind of thing. But it's sad because all the children start crying at the end. Why do I have Call Me When You're Sober on this playlist? What the heck? Simple Kind of Life because of Gwen Stefani's pink hair. Oh, The Lonesome Rider by Volbeat. That song's awesome. That's from their Wild West album, like, about the Wild West. And that's really cool. There's a lot. It's My Life by No Doubt. There's Keep Fishing. Them with the Muppets. I have Matchbox 20 with Rob Thomas. He was pretty.
Oh, and well.
He's a pretty man's, or was a pretty man's. Okay. Okay. Everything with music. Anything that has a hint of a concept plus guitars. Okay, I love guitars. In church today, we went to church today, and a girl played the guitar, the acoustic guitar, and it was beautiful. And I just thought to myself, I love guitar, and people who can play guitar, shout out to y'all, because I've tried. Favorite line/lyric of a song. We talked about Mom's favorite thus far, you know, a little aggressive. But I actually have, hold on, a book, notebook, like 5 subjects or something. What do you know, guys? Of favorite, the journal has this collage. It was on the journal like this. Sorry, Janie. No, but it came off, and I tried to tape it, but I didn't like the tape on it, so I took it off. These are a bunch of lyrics of songs. This journal is called Songs That Made Me, and that shaped me, and they have the lyrics in them. And I put little notes, you know, telling people, like, it's okay, I'm okay, despite the title of this song, I'm okay. You know, there's a lot of my chem at the very front. But I've got Matchbox 20 up in here. I wrecked my car to this song. It's like the chillest song ever, okay? And I went kaboom crash on a curb. Yeah, so I have The Calling on here. We've got some 3 Days Grace in here. Canadians. We love Canadians. Yeah, oh my gosh, I love Canadians, okay? I don't know. There's something about them. Okay. We got Before the Lobotomy by Green Day. My grandma once heard me singing one line of the song. I was all like, which line was it? I was all like, hearts are washed in misery, drenched in gasoline. And she was like, what's drenched in gasoline? Because I was making my lunch. So I was like, oh, nothing. I'm singing a song. And she was like, what song is that? And then I had to tell her, you know, it's called Before the Lobotomy. And then she was like, and I was like, it's fine. We have Pierce the Veil, The Sky Under the Sea. One of my favorite lines actually is in this song, is what we're talking about. Let me just smack Janie. I tried to settle for touching glass over the sound of answering machines because I love the way your voice says it's going to get back to me someday. Again, Pierce the Veil sings a lot about, like, toxic, sad relationships. But there's, like, the sound of an answering machine in the background of the song. Like, when people orchestrate music to the point where it all comes back, like the song Pick Up the Phone by Falling in Reverse. Again, concerning song. Oh my gosh. Everybody's gonna watch this is still gonna be like, concern. No, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. You know that meme with, like, the dog and the place is on fire? And it says, everything's fine? That's been my life lately. No, everything's fine. You just have to, you gotta do what you gotta do to get through it, you know? I'm not hurting anybody. This is from Never Go Back by Evanescence. And it says, in that split-second change, when you knew we couldn't hold on, I realized I lived to love you. Save yourself, don't look back, tearing us apart until it's all gone. The whole song, never mind. I like all the lyrics to that song. It's very dramatic. I'm into that, you know? Emergency Contact by Pierce the Veil. I just want you to be my emergency contact. Okay, Janie, you need to say some, because I'm just going to go through this whole book.
Yeah. Okay. So I mentioned Another Life by Motionless in White.
Yes, say a line.
And they're brilliant lyricists, okay?
Oh my gosh, they are. They are.
I can't,
I have that one in my book. I'm trying to find it. Go ahead. Keep talking.
But, especially in the choruses, in the bridge, and the verses. But, in this song, Another Life, it's like a sad sort of like, oh, I miss you song, but, yeah. But I hate that it seemed you were never enough, we were broken and bleeding, but never gave up. And I hate that I made you the enemy, and I hate that your heart was the casualty. Now I hate that I need you!
The casualty line.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
In the bridge where it's all like, and I hear you now when you said it hurt, but I had to fall apart to work. And I see you now, and what's left of me, is it too late to plead insanity? Because I hate that it seemed you were never enough, all was broken and bleeding in the name of love, and I hope that we meet in another life. I hope that we meet in another life. I don't hate that I need you.
Yes.
Break my heart, man.
Break my heart. I have Fall Eternal by Black Veil Brides on here. It talks about, there's like a metaphor about waves, like ocean waves, which Andy from Black Veil Brides has said that he would fight the ocean, and he has tried twice and did not win. Go ahead.
I have another song. This is called We Don't Have to Dance by Andy Black.
Hey.
And
Same guy, Black Veil Brides.
Yeah.
Who fought the ocean twice.
I just really like the chorus where it says, we don't have to talk, we don't have to dance, we don't have to smile, we don't have to make friends. It's so nice to meet you, let's never meet again. We don't have to talk, we don't have to dance. And I just like that because
she relates.
Yeah, someone else understands the pressure of like other people feeling like they need to fill the awkward silence. But like sometimes I don't view silence as awkward, so I'm like, we don't have to talk.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk.
I heard that song. She showed me that song. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, Janie relates to this song so much. Now I know why she loves it so much. Well, one, it's a banger. Yes. It slaps.
Is that what the kids are saying?
That's what the kids are saying these days. Yeah. Or this, I don't know what they say.
I don't know.
I once made a Facebook post. Where I asked people, was there ever like a song where you heard a line and just knew that the writer was a lyrical genius? And I had my family commented, because I think Janie posted a Taylor Swift song. Let me remember.
It's probably the bridge of All Too Well.
I think it was the bridge of All Too Well.
Yeah.
I was trying to find the post.
And then Mom did the Holiday by Green Day, the part where he's like, just because we're outlaws, yeah.
Because she's funny. Nowadays she would have said, I'm just trying to be a better human, but it's hard when everybody's acting stupid. But no, back then she said it was just because we're outlaws. Yeah. We love that. Mm-hmm. We loved that Green Day. But I think Emma posted a Billie Eilish song. And then I posted a My Chemical Romance song. Which one did you do? I did Save Yourself and I'll Hold Them Back from their album Danger Days. I like that song. The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys. And I have it in my book. Let me reference it. Say hello. That's my baby. Okay. So it says, get off the ledge and drop the knife. Not a victim of a victim's life. Yep. Okay. Not a victim of a victim's life. So, I like that because it says, get off the ledge, drop the knife. Not a victim of a victim's life. So, it's really deep, if you ask me. But yeah, this has been, Wallace and
Gromit.
# creepy British claymation. This has been the Sister Cast, Facing the Music. We would like to apologize for the longish hiatus that we tooketh. But we're back, baby. Please watch us. Please love us. Don't be mean to us and our poor emotional angsty selves. No, I'm just kidding. All right, toodles.